Here's the top half of the enclosure, and if we look at the pedestals on each corner, we can see an opening where these nuts can be inserted, and they're inserted point first. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to use a needle nose pliers because it's a little bit tight for me to get my fingers in there. That's just one. So unfortunately, it's hard to predict just how tight that slot needs to be depending on your printer and your filament. So if you put it in there and you're busy working on your assembly and you happen to tip this side up, well, it falls out, or can fall out, which can be very frustrating, especially if you have 4 of them in place. So let's look at a way to keep that from happening. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bolt and I'm just going to shove it down through the hole just to break all the sacrificial layers, sacrificial bridges in there. There are 2 of them, and you have to break through both of them. Now, I'm going to take some white glue. I'm just going to squirt it down into that opening. And now I'll take my time putting the nut back into place. It's really hard to work with a camera in the way. There we go. So it's now in place. I'm going to push it all the way to the back. Then I'm going to take this the bolt and I'm going to screw it down in. And I'll screw it down in fairly tight. Not so tight that I'm beginning to crack the plastic. But I want to go through that bolt. And I want to lift it up using this screw. I want to lift it up along the top edge of the slot so that it's sort of gluing into place. But I know I've got it lined up well because I've got the bolt in place. And I'll do that with all 4 corners. And then I'll just let it dry for a couple hours, take the bolt out, and then begin the assembly process.